first said that you wanted to leave corporate America to go work for a nonprofit, and at this little girls' club, I'm like, what? No, you didn't.
Right.
No.
A lot of people said what?
Yeah.
Like Daddy. Daddy was like, what are you talking about? Baby, you're too gullible. I said, what does that mean? People going to take advantage of it. I'm like, what does that mean? I was like, Daddy, people still try to do that now.
You having fun, though. You having a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Getting all the kids together, throwing a party for them every Halloween. I can remember those dunking for
Oh
the
my
apples.
gosh! Yeah. Remember,
So that was.
remember when she was dressed up like a cow? Were you a cow or something?
I
Or
was
Minnie Mouse. You were
I was Minnie Mouse one year, and I was a straw man the next year. I was what's that thing that hangs in the crops? The scare the crows or what?
Scarecrow.
A scarecrow. I was a scarecrow. That year I was broke. I was a bag of trash. Remember? You remember the bag of trash? I was a bag of trash. And well, what we're talking about is when I was at the Girls Club of Los Angeles, and that's where I first tried out any motivational anything. Remember Grandma used to do those fundraisers?
Yeah.
Car wash. And we did the barbecue
Fashion
sale.
shows.
Remember, you had to volunteer at every single one of them. You had to volunteer at
You had the whole family volunteer everywhere you went. We all pitched in behind you.
It was fun. We started. It was and it was the same street that the 92, like the Reginald Denning and the
On Normandy?
on Normandy in Manchester. When that's where Florence. That's where all the chaos was happening, and this little girls' club was abandoning. It was
Right down the street.
right down the street, and you used to paint the graffiti off our walls once a week. My brother would come and take the graffitis off. He said, 0 tolerance. You will not have graffiti on your walls, little sis. He came and took that graffiti off. And remember, this was an after-school program and a summer program, but it had no kids. And then I feel like we came in, not just me. We came in.
I remember the first day
Didn't have
walking
enough
in there.
room for 'em after a while.
Say that again?
That's right.
Didn't have enough room. It just blew up. They was trying to get people in and just try to squeeze in as many as you could all the time. Didn't want to turn down nobody.
No.
That was good.
Yeah, it was real good. We used to sell car wash tickets. And because of my mouth, I had no idea the power of enrollment. I would go around and sell car wash tickets to everybody, the police officers, the sheriffs, the firefighters. And on the car wash day, we'd have too many cars. And wait. And when the police officers and firefighters would come to get their car washed, I'd enroll them to volunteer to help wash cars. Grandma.
Yeah, I remember when I first walked in that place, and I remember this old piano over in the corner, and all of this stuff.
Trash.
Just stuff. And I walked in, I'm like, why does she want to work in this dump? And then you said, well, Mama, it's for the kids. And I'm like, okay, what do I do? What do I need to do?
Started to hip hop dance a little bit still.
And she was the
I had a
instructor.
modeling class. Remember I had a modeling class?
Right. Everybody, every Saturday, go work Monday through Friday, make your money because I can't pay you. Then on Saturday, can you volunteer, please, with me? So that was the beginning of practicing. Can I inspire people? And Grandma, I got a lot from you. You would just, like a lot of my people don't realize. Well, maybe they do. A lot of my, a matter of fact, down to earth, cut to the chase. That's you.
Well, I'm glad I was there. You know, I was proud of you too. You just would get up there and really do it on. You wasn't stage fright. A lot of people are stage fright, but you never was. You'd get up there and do what you had to do.
I practiced at your parties when I was little.
I was proud of you. I said, Lisa's not stage frightened. She get up there and she speak well, and I gave you all kind of compliments.
Amen. Well, it don't. Apple don't fall far from the tree.
And remember, she buy all the books at the books when your book
No,
signing.
yeah, wait. My very first book signing over at Estewan Books in LA. We came in and they didn't know if it was going to be a big turnout or not. And I didn't know either because I'd never done this before. And we had a decent turnout.
Yeah,
It was
good
about
turnout.
20 people. And I look up and Grandma got 15 chicken soup books on the counter, buying them retail, like regular price. I'm like, I got boxes at home. And Grandma turned to me and said, with her head shaking, I just want them to know that your book gonna sell. It doesn't matter that they know you're my grandmother. It doesn't matter that I'm standing right next to you. Grandma bought 15 books retail from SOM Books in LA. She was like,
but I gave them away to different ones.
you did.
You know.
You bought every one of my books.
Yes. I wanted them to know you were successful.
Way back then. Wasn't that awesome? Right, that's my grandmother. That was powerful. And you know, one of the things that I really appreciated was starting motivating the masses didn't make any logical sense. I was starting a business selling an intangible, something you cannot see or cannot touch. And I started it with motivating the teen spirit, which meant I'm gonna sell something you can't see, you can't touch, to teenagers who might not even want it.
Yeah.
You think about it. And there was no training, technical training from me.
And you uprooted and moved away.
I did.
To go after your dream.
You believed in it.
Yes.
And took me to with you.
I did take
Took
you.
us all with her.
Yes.
You said, but that was the point you said. What you just said. I believed in it.
You believed in it. Yeah. I can remember laying on the floor.
When you were recovering from your accident.
Yes.
And you were out of physical, you couldn't physically move for, was it a year or 2?
It was his back.
3.
3 years. And you came, I said, brother, come lay on my, you said, I can't move. I said, well, come lay on my floor. And you came to San Diego and laid on the floor. And you were there when I was trying to find out what it was.
And that's when you asked me, do you think it'll work? And I was like, I think you can do whatever you want to do. I believe you can do it. And you full steam. You didn't even think about it no more after that. I was like, okay, I'm assured I could do this. I got one person.
Right. All I need is a couple of cheerleaders. Like, and that's when I was working out the walk-in closet.
Out the closet. I was laying at the closet.
My brother would be at the base of the closet, right at the closet door. He would lay on his back, letting his body heal slowly. And I would be in the closet with my board and all the stuff around, and stickers everywhere. I could do it. You could do it. We could do it. And positive affirmations. And the pant hangers, the hangers. Grandma, I had pant hangers, and the pant hangers was my files. They would hold manila files. And I would slide the pant hanger down. That was my file cabinet. And I'd look back at my brother. He'd lay on the floor. You all right, little sis? I'm all right, big bro.
What was that you always tell her?
Be the clay.
Be the clay.
Be the clay.
Be the clay. And whenever I get rigid and I get frustrated and I'm trying to influence the outcome and I feel myself tightening, my brother would, in a timely manner, he would come up and say,
Be the clay.
be the clay. Surrender. Surrender to what's on your life.
It don't seem like 20 years. It don't seem like 20 years.
It's been 20 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
Jelani was 3 years old.
yeah.
He was 3 years old when I started. And right.
All the boys.
Yeah, and he'll be 24 this year. It is all of, man,
20 years.
20 years.
And a lot
Who would
of
have
this,
known way back then?
Yeah, who would have thunk?
And
We
just
would
think
be
of
here.
how many lives you've touched in those 20 years.
I enjoyed going to Hawaii with you. That was nice, to Maui. I had been down through Maui on a cruise ship. And I couldn't get off because my aunt, I was her companion. And she had a cold, so I didn't get a chance to see it at that time. But I got a chance to see it with you.
Amen.
You know, because Lisa always makes time, regardless of what she's doing in the world, for family, for us to be together. Because we were all together in that house on Maui.
Yeah.
for a week.
Well, you know, what was clear to me was that early on I was working to have something for my family. And it became clear to me I don't want to have something for my family, but without my family. Like it was this epiphany. I was like, hold on, I'm building for them, but I need to find my with them while I'm building for them.
Right.
And so that was and me and my brother, we always had it. We became close friends early in our adult life. And we're each other's anchor. I think, you're definitely my oxygen.
Yeah, I do take a breath sometimes just talking or hearing your a text or something, reading a text or something. I'm like, oh, okay, I'm all right.
I'm the same way. I'm the same way.
It's all right, I'm okay.
Yeah, I'm the same way. And Grandma, when we went to Maui, well, you got to tell, when we went to Maui, I was at an event, this particular visit, because I took Grandma to Maui before I took the family to Maui.
Right.
And we're at this event. I don't know if you remember this. And we're with my wonderful friends over at Mind Valley. We're at an A-Fest, my great friends. And I bring Grandma on stage. And everyone hears me talking about Grandma. So she's famous in her own way. And she comes on stage and she does the float wave, right? And she does cup the water, do the wave. Come on, do the wave. Do the wave. She does the Grandma wave, right? And everyone loves her. And she says like 3 lines and the whole room goes crazy, right? And then I said, well, I'm going to be outside signing my new book, autographing my new book, and come outside, get the book autographed. And then I said, and Grandma will be outside to talk to anybody who wants to talk to you. Remember that, Grandma? And Grandma sat down in her chair, all regal, and this line formed.
Yeah. And made a lot of friends.
And it got longer.
Your friends.
And it got longer and longer. And later on, Grandma, we're in the suite, and Grandma says, well, baby, I know you pretty popular. But today, I think Grandma was a little more popular than you. She said, because I looked up and my line was longer than yours.
Yeah, they brought I didn't go with you to that party. You went to the party. But they brought me back a big entree.
Listen, everybody wanted to make sure you was okay there. Everybody.
It was nice.
Mom,
Traveling with you.
It's always been nice traveling with you. Always been nice. And when we were in Montego Bay and we walked in, and that's when I had to take Grandma away so you can finish the construction on her house.
Oh, that's right.
Look how you look. Look how you look.
You was fighting to get back to that house. I could hear the tension, like staying up to 12 o'clock at night.
I want to go home.
Finish this.
Listen, I said, Pop, look, he said, you got to help me get this done. I said, what you need me to do? Thinking he need me to pull up my sleeves. You got to get Grandma. I said, okay. But the only way I'm going to get Grandma is to take her on a nice vacation because San Diego ain't far enough. Like San Diego.
Lisa had her grandmother's house remodeled, which was really nice, but we had to get Mom away to do it.
Right. And so we're in Montego Bay. We walk into this suite and it's beautiful fans, ceiling fans and high ceilings and sliding glass doors. And I promise you, when we walked through that door and Grandma saw we were standing, all of a sudden, this G4 swag kicked in. And she started walking with that head like she just started. I said, did she just drop a grandma swag? She walked around. And then Margaret and our luggage got lost. And what happened?
We had to comb our hair with a fork.
we had to work. All of us.
My hair with a fork, but my suitcase was there. And I said, well, just wear some of my clothes. You bought them.
she said, you bought them from me, Lisa, so you must like them.
Yeah, go on and wear some of mine.
So me and Margaret wore Grandma's clothes, and all 3 of us combed our hair.
With the fork.
With the fork.
Them were the times, huh?
Those were some good times.
Good times.
Mm-hmm.
And whenever I came home, what I'm grateful for is you guys never made me feel guilty. I work with my students now, and I see them feeling pulled, and I have felt pulled, but not because of guilt. I felt pulled because I've enjoyed our time together. Like I genuinely, and I know everyone doesn't have a family experience like ours, and I'm grateful, and I want to share mine with as many people as possible. But you guys made some of the being away a little easier because
we're so proud of you and the work that you're doing in the world. It's just inspiring, for so many people. So we're proud of you. We like to have you here more, but we know that you're helping so many people and it's touching so many lives that we give up that time to bless the world. You know,
Well,
that's
I'm
what you're
learning
doing.
too, along with you.
I
You know,
take
you never
notes.
get
I
too
take
old
my
to
little
learn.
notes.
Say
when
that
she's
again?
giving her-
You never get too old to learn.
That's right.
And
That's
I'm
right.
learning too,
All right,
and you
Mom.
got so many nice friends and co-workers, and you know, everything is just beautiful.
Amen.
Everything
right.
is
Amen.
very nice. I love it. Yeah, so yeah, you went up them stairs with that dress on, you didn't turn back, and is that one of those affairs that you gave and went on up there on stage, and you know, you got a lot of me in you too, because I went to that Hollywood Bowl and sung in that Glee Club too down there. I like to sing too.
I got a lot of you and me.
Yeah.
I believe that.
Get
I
up on that
absolutely
stage.
believe that.
Yes, and we've had a lovely time together.
We have. Thank you.
And all your friends and co-workers is so nice and manable, and I just love all of you. All of your
That's sweet.
co-workers and things are nice. They know how to treat other people. It's just a wonderful setting
It
to
is.
me
It
for
is.
grandma,
It is.
almost 90.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
A stone throw away from 90.
Some good genes we have.
Yes,
Some good
it's
genes.
beautiful. I'm really proud of you.
Thank you.
Too.
So this is just a moment with my family to just reflect on the journey, that every outcome has a process. There's things that happen long before. So we'll be back with more of behind the scenes in the last 20 years with Motivate the Masses and your sister friend, Lisa Nichols.